My name is Shay Brown. It's July 3rd, 2011, and I'm giving my Informative Communications 110 speech through Bismarck State College, and this is my audience. Although everybody's views and ways they hunt are different, today I'm here to inform you on what hunting is, common safety practices that should be used while hunting, the deer's abilities to escape the hunt, and some techniques to make your hunt successful. I often find myself taking for granted many of the things I learned as a child about hunting, even something as simple as what hunting is. Some of it came natural to me, just based on the area that I live in, where hunting is so prevalent. But there were some things that I had to be taught. I chose this speech because I am an avid hunter, as are my brothers and my father. We all enjoy the outdoors and like hunting. It was something I just grew up knowing and became very familiar with. Although everybody's views and ways they hunt are different, that's why today I'm here to inform you on what hunting is, the common safety practices that should be used when hunting, the abilities for deer to escape, and some techniques to make your hunt successful. First, I will talk about what hunting is. My definition of hunting is simple. When I think about hunting, I usually associate someone taking a gun and tracking down the animal of their dreams. In my case, this is usually a deer. As stated on Merriam-Webster.com, it defines hunting as, quote, the act of one that hunts, specifically in the pursuit of game, end quote. The definitions, as closely or as vague as they may appear, are relatively the same. Mine, just more specific to the species I prefer to hunt. Whatever your definition of it may be, the end goal is always the same. That's to shoot and kill an animal and usually use it to provide food in some sort for the people around you. Now that you know what hunting is, let's take a look at some of the safety practices that should be used when hunting. Being a safe hunter is the first thing that should be on your mind regardless of what you're hunting. Hunting is very dangerous, and if you don't take safety precautions, you may end up hurt or hurting someone else. Being safe ensures a fun and successful hunt, regardless of bagging a game animal or not. First type of safety that you should consider is gun control. According to the Wisconsin Department of Natural Resources on dnr.wi.gov, it states, quote, there are 4 basic rules to firearm safety that can be easily remembered using the TABK formula. Treat every firearm as if it were loaded. Always point your muzzle in a safe direction. Be certain of your target and what is beyond it, and keep your finger outside the trigger until you are ready to shoot. Other safety precautions that come to my mind are ones that involve specifics of clothing to be worn. Being a deer hunter, I understand how important it becomes to always wear blaze orange. Wearing blaze orange makes yourself more visible to others who may be hunting in the area. Forgetting to wear your blaze orange could put you at risk of being hurt or even hurting someone else. Other things to consider, as stated by the Children's Hospital of Pittsburgh on chp.org is, quote, wear clothing that prevents exposure to cold temperatures. Never hunt alone, and always let someone know where you are going and when you plan to return, end quote. All of these are very important, as little things can make a big difference, especially if they become neglected. The next thing I'm going to talk about is the deer's ability to escape the hunt. If you are a deer hunter, you have to become familiar with their advanced sense of smell, their ability to hear, and their sense of sight. Using cover scent usually helps you escape the natural odor of your own body. Cover scent is also an attractant toward deer. By choosing a scent that deer are attracted to will help you lure in the trophy of your dreams. Deer can hear almost everything. You must master the technique of being very stealthy. Deer bust and run from everything they hear. Sometimes all it takes is a snap of a branch. As stated in the article, Deer Hunting Techniques and Tips by Fred Danico, on ezinearticles.com it says, quote, when considering the hearing privilege of deer, it's important to know the proper way to use this to your advantage and not give the deer its advantage. Being as quiet as you can when walking to and from your stand is one example. You can also use their hearing to your advantage when using deer calls or antler rattling, end quote. The last thing is their sight. They are very cautious creatures and will scare easily if they detect something suspicious. The fourth and final thing I'm going to cover is hunter's technique. Some techniques to consider are things like knowing how your firearm shoots and shot placement to ensure a good kill. You must also know how to use calls and antlers for rattling when deer hunting, as these techniques will help you lure in animals to closer distances and can be used to your advantage as discussed before. Also, it helps to know the area that you are going to hunt, because some of the most successful hunts are dry hunts, and these are started months before opening day. Nevertheless, Hunting is a sport that can be enjoyed by all when you know what it is and how to hunt safely, and some of the techniques to make it successful. So, what does the future hold for hunting? No one really knows for sure, but the numbers from previous years make the future look bright. In a March 3, 2011 article by Brian Gehring, writer for the Bismarck Tribune, he says, quote, according to the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service's 2011 National Hunting Licenses Report, North Dakota had 156,906 paid license holders that purchased 486,519 licenses or tags, and in all, almost $784 million was spent on hunting licenses. End quote. This is all good news if you're a hunter like me. Thank you.